Ooh,
Not bad.
Drow
see it.
Ranger.
It's a good hero against Luna. You outrange. You have obviously the ulti to do a lot of damage and pierce.
Now, this is the answer to a Drow. In theory, you just straight up run at her and try to kill her off first.
Yeah, and that hero is great at being able to deal with Drow in lane because Centaur has one of the highest base damages of any of the off-lane heroes. Great animation, and then add to all of that has Retaliate to be able to max out, and Drow doesn't feel as good. Trying to hit him. Oh, in fact, first blood going to be picked up by Taiga. Looks like the Drow got a bit too low from an enchant gank. Insania doing the one thing that he's always been known to do, stack it up. And of course, that spirit triangle. That is mega stacked.
The big difference is that Liquid's hard carry is going to get a lot of their bonus net worth out of the jungle, whereas those stacks are really only clearable by a Tidehunter. And I question, what is it he's going to buy that'll really change the game impact?
Miposhka trying to slow down Sumail here is going to be copping a lot of damage. Tornado goes out to be able to stop the multi-shot from the Drow Ranger. They take a heap of damage coming up from Toronto Tokyo. But again, he has to be able to jump away. Toronto Tokyo pop the Stampede. They're going to go for Mira. Mira's dead, and the rest of Team Spirit unable to play forward.
What is this for if Collapse wasn't taking it 2 minutes ago?
Yeah, a smaller stack, like a 2-stack you can kind of do thanks to multi-shot, but like that many, definitely not great for a Drow Ranger. Level 5 Enchantress here will die. This Taiga is just doing that kind of thing that he trying to protect this siege wagon as best as possible. Eventually that Satyr will run out. Looks like they're kind of poking at Kyiv right now, trying to take a tier 1 tower of their own, but Miposhka throws out the damage. It was enough. Good read by Miposhka. Thanks to the multi-shot of the tier 2 tower, they can kill this Enchantress. Now they're also making a move on Kyiv top lane. With the Soul Catcher, they can bring this tanky Centaur a little bit lower, but Insania is quickly going to rectify that. In fact, they're going to use the Stampede to be able to catch up to Mira. Couldn't get off the disruption fast enough. He gets slowed. Centaur's there. Doesn't actually have a stomp up anymore. The EMP is going to burn out, but at the same time, the multi-shot rotation from Yutoro will manage to bring down Kyiv. Looks like Liquid did not commit enough to be able to defend this tier 1 tower. They kill the Observer Ward that was behind the tower, so now the rest of the team feels okay about circling on in. You could see Toronto Tokyo really wants to, they're actually going to smoke up for this. Liquid reading this is maybe an all-important team fight to determine the tempo of the rest of the game. They're going to come out Kyiv with this Blink Dagger, makes the initiation. The Ravage should be able to intercept. Does hit 4 heroes in the back lines, but Yutaro is already being threatened. The puck did manage to jump in. The Stampede going to go in. They managed to finish off Insania, who immediately buys back. They finish off the tower as well. So Team Spirit get a kill, force a buyback, take a tower, and then immediately everybody filters out. There was only 5 Lunas or something like that at this tournament. 100% win rate. And if Liquid wins this tiebreaker, that will continue.
But this is the dream, Cap. Like, this is a free game, a free lane. You saw him just farming Ancients. You just farm faster than everything else in the game right now, so that's going to continue to increase. And notably, Sumail went a very selfless build in the previous game, no Midas. He's going to have one this game at a pretty nice timing, too. Just a couple hundred gold off the recipe.
Miposhka, if you're wondering what he was doing there, yeah,
I love it.
Don't let this Drow Ranger feel too comfortable farming up that triangle. Let's force everybody of Team Spirit back here. And if they don't come back fast enough, all right, force the glyph. Team Spirit really don't want to back away here. Do manage to find the courier there.
Yeah,
Collapse very far forward here as he's pretty much been daring Team Liquid to be able to TP back. Kyiv does manage to find the Drow Ranger here. Nobody else behind him, though, so he stampedes, kind of runs away. The rest of the team chasing after Collapse. Meteor, he will eventually die here, no doubt. Collapse recognizes too. He's just trying to create as much time for Yutoro and everybody else to farm.
Offensive disruption into Collapse blinking forwards, because it's actually really nice against Oracle lineups to have that delayed start, because suddenly then Collapse can position himself between the hero disrupted and the Oracle and look to threaten Ravage.
Spirits. Again, trying to make a move up to this top lane. Smoke breaks on Collapse. Kyiv may or may not realize the rest of the team is behind. They certainly realize it now, though. Cole's going to go out. Protection from the Oracle, but immediately the puck is trying to gun for this Oracle and kill him as quick as possible. Not going to be able to get the Ravage going down. Kyiv getting low. Oh, he gets saved by the Fate's Edict. Nicely done. Negates the Finger of Death damage that would have finished off that Centaur. Otherwise, looks like everyone from Team Liquid is going to stay alive through this assault. That is a Ravage used and a Ravage wasted. I mean, honestly, Mira's a genius. Like, cutting that creep wave and then Toronto Tokyo taking mid, and then you just cut yet another wave. They actually have total map control right now off of those movements. There's nothing left for Team Liquid to do here but look for kills. Somehow, didn't get off a spell before auto-attacking. Miposhka is going to be caught either way, though. They could have contested Roshan if it spawned a minute from now, but not going to be the case here. Liquid are going to get a freebie, and that includes the Shard. Luna Shard is pretty legit, I think.
Like a slightly better laning phase, sure, but not good enough to justify like a 7K net worth lead on the entire game.
Yeah.
But that's Luna. He didn't even have like a huge stack. It's just the nature of the hero. Good disruption.
Disruption for disruption. Lotus Orb helping out as they go for the siege here.
Taiga's really nice. He enchanted one of the illusions immediately. He's going to look to do that all game.
Oh, yeah, that's a good call. Oh, trying to blow him up with the dagger. They do manage to get him. Insania is down. And that is very bad for Team Liquid. They're going to throw out the Ravage now, trying to catch some of these heroes during the Stampede. But still, the damage dealers are alive. But the puck is up. He's still trying to go for more heroes in the back line, almost finishing off Sumail there. But he has to jump away to his orb. Miposhka, something similar here, hiding away in the trees. Team Spirit should be very happy with that hold.
Otherwise, if you go for Luna, you go for Zenta, it doesn't matter who. Insania saves them, and Liquid can turn around the fight.
Yeah. No, we saw plenty of times where Evil Geniuses were looking okay in a team fight, but the problem was the false promise was put on Mickey, and he just stood there and output damage the entire time. Stumpling, okay, caught Mira, caught the Shadow Demon. Can they finish him off? The Glaives are coming in. The impetus from Taiga is going to be able to do the work. Two-man stun out from Miposhka with the multi-shots raining in. They will manage to finish off the Centaur. Looks like the Luna with the ultimate activated. The Cataclysm going now, but Collapse is still alive. Deafening Blast is not going to finish him off. Mickey needs to be able to back away, or maybe he's going to commit here with a BKB. Immediately pops it to ensure that Miposhka couldn't get that instant Hex down. Looking to pursue. Blink Disruption from Mira. Immediately, they're going to go for the coil. Backline, Toronto Tokyo once again gunning for Insania. Managed to bring him down to half health, but the Glimmer Cape is keeping alive for now. Magic Immune backing away. Taiga also healing up. Liquid are so tanky that it's very hard for Team Spirit to be really chase and continue this movement. With the double damage, unlikely and Team Spirit tries to take this. They do have the Purge from Shadow Demon, but no sense in trying to take a fight you're already disadvantaged against. They're going to set up for the high ground, though. Once again, going for the kill onto Insania, and they get him. They're going to trade out Miposhka, but the deed is done. They got what they wanted. Team Liquid cannot push without their fine position. Yeah.
Both these teams have a shot if they can just win this game. Otherwise, they've got a month to go home and think about the other teams in their region that they'll now have one shot for one slot.
Yeah, and I know some people are probably looking at this and going, yeah, but these guys, you know, they haven't shown they're that good. Oh, hold up. Purge off first, dealing with the double damage. Collapse, thanks to the Kraken Shell, can slowly make his way back to the rest of the team. Toronto Tokyo, once again, going for Insania. He spotted him. The dagger's not going to be good enough. Once again, the Glimmer Cape is going to be able to buy Insania some time here. Starts healing himself up, but he knows Toronto Tokyo is going to make another run at that pass.
Yeah, it's just, you can see this awesome game of cat and mouse. I don't think Liquid want to be taking a fight just yet, though. Their Luna has near 6K
he knows
gold.
Here. He sees a multi-shot. He sees him on top of the creep wave. Miposhka is kind of waiting. He's going to intercept the Centaur. Meanwhile, he turns around, gusts up, and kills the Invoker. Now Yutaro's got to get out of here. Toronto Tokyo is going to make sure that the Drow has an opportunity to do so with the coil. They can actually turn things around here. On the high ground, Drow not sure if she wants to be able to stumble into that one. Miposhka playing into this tree line. Meanwhile, the Oracle once again being harried constantly by Toronto Tokyo. Glimmer caping up. Mickey's on in. Does manage to blow up one, but immediate buyback from Miposhka. Now he's stuck on this high ground with the Rams going in. Yutaro throwing damage from the low ground. It doesn't matter with your elevation. You've got him dead. Toronto Tokyo helps out with a double kill, and they don't have the buyback on Team Liquid. Toronto Tokyo now chasing after Taiga as well. He is relentless. He will not stop. He is not content until he brings down every member of Team Liquid, and he'll manage to get a third kill for them.
Yutaro.
4 in total for Team Spirit.
And they're going to get at least one Rax off this. You could potentially threaten for more. Respawn's upcoming.
They will not have Mickey, and this entire lineup is built around this Luna.
As a Luna, you really don't want to be buying an MKB. Suddenly you are in some serious trouble. You could see there the amount of damage Utoro was able to do. Killed Sumail in a silence. I don't think he was ready. I think Miposhka also stunned the potential follow-up. Yep. Sumail just died in like 4 seconds. Constantly shoving waves. They're going to offensive glyph and go for it. 1 Rax down bottom. Liquid are not quite ready for a response. They've got to be back.
Collapse. Tanking the tornado in style here is Utoro on the low ground. Poking at this tier 3, they are going to turn around immediately. Nice Hex reaction from Miposhka. And Kyiv, he's popping the cheese, but it looks like he's just going to die. Lotus Orb doesn't stop that damage. Meanwhile, the Tidehunter disrupted up. They do have the Cataclysm. Collapse actually blinking into it, but it doesn't matter. He's going to go ahead and heal up. They do have Mickey turn around. Taiga on the front lines here. Now that they've lost their tanky offlaner, they're going to go buy back on him, and he knows it's needed. Mickey is trying in desperation to hit him with these loosened beams, but it's not doing hardly any damage.
They just don't have it, Cap. And the break mechanic, oh my god, it works so well on Enchantress as well.
Yes, it does. Kyiv tried to go for a stop of Utoro. Beautiful man to dodge there. Brings down the range barracks.
It just feels like if you die a couple times on this Team Liquid lineup, you're just going to die again. You need somehow a way to kill the backline, the squishies, because otherwise Collapse, he has a refresher in Shiva's, Cap. Oh my god, double Ravage.
Yep. It's coming. Liquid, they're going to have to bait something out here. Mickey challenging Utoro right away as he approaches the high ground, but look at that damage that's being dealt. Somebody's going to get on top of this Drow Ranger, otherwise the marksmanship does too much. The Purge, it's going to break him. Taiga's dead. Now goes the Ravage. Mickey's going to be the target. A second Ravage ready to go if necessary. They're immediately going to buy back. Collapse, holding on to this tool to be able to win the game with. Is he going to throw it down yet? Not necessary. They've got the melee barracks.
Yeah, but look at the formation. You can see Puck shading up and forwards, tied down and forwards, keeping the rest alive. Now they're going to smoke forwards. They have so much of a vision advantage. There's 0 vision for Liquid outside of their base.
Mickey is outside of his base. No. He's going to be catch, but the Hex first. They do have the Stampede immediately going out, but the Ravage is going to be able to keep him in place. A secondary Ravage just to ensure that he goes down, dead for 2 minutes, and without their carry, Team Liquid is lost. Sumail and Taiga are going to back away, but it's too late. Team Spirit in a wave crash into them underneath the tier 4s. It doesn't matter. They've got you. GG is called, and Team Spirit are going forward in the major.
Unbelievable. I cannot believe how they play to win this game. Think about the mental fortitude to have just watched Liquid win with this draft, to fall behind, to have all your towers dying, Liquid on the high ground, and yet somehow they win fights, they pick off Insania, they just cut waves until that one critical fight.